Alright, this is the first part of the procedure where you look at the 5 pieces of liver. This is the part of the procedure where we take the piece of liver and put it into a boiling water bath. This is the part of the procedure where the liver that has been boiling is removed and put into a test tube. This will be test tube number 3 that we'll come back to later in the procedure. In this part of the procedure, we'll be grinding up 1 piece of liver with a mortar and pestle and adding a small amount of sand to help grind up the liver. It doesn't show it in the video, but after the liver is ground up, it will then be put into a test tube to be used later in the procedure. The test tube that's put in is classified as test tube number 2. During this part of the procedure, we'll be taking a piece of liver and putting it into a small amount of hydrochloric acid to soak for 5 minutes. In this part of the procedure, the liver that has been soaking for 5 minutes in the hydrochloric acid is going to be removed and put into test tube number 4. In this part of the procedure, we'll be taking a piece of liver and soaking it in sodium hydroxide for 5 minutes. In this part of the procedure, the liver that has been soaking in the sodium hydroxide for 5 minutes will be removed and put into test tube number 5. This is the raw and unaltered piece of liver that's being put into test tube number 1. For the next part of the procedure, we'll be testing the liver with hydroperoxide, starting with the raw and unaltered liver, which will be set as a 10 on the 0 to 10 scale for bubble formation. Remember that you should be recording how long bubbles are being formed for each of the test tubes, so if you need to stop and rewind so that you can time it, feel free to do that. And so for your comparison, this is what a 10 looks like on the 0 to 10 scale for bubble formation. You should also be recording how long bubbles are being formed. You'll use this as a point of comparison for your other tests. Now I'll be adding hydroperoxide to the remaining 4 test tubes. You should be recording how long bubbles are being formed and also giving it a measure of 0 to 10 for bubble formation. Feel free to pause and rewind this part of the video as many times as you need.